Hello, everyone. Um, Welcome to the second stream of the day on the winter solstice. You may see a doggo in the background. I have the wiener dogs down here. Some context: I'm home. I'm home for Christmas, and I wanted to get some streams in. The update for the stock market. Something just happened with my family. I'm not going to go into details, but that's my parents had to go there, so I'm keeping the dogs company down here. Um, so we have the stock market up here on the side, and we're going to be updating the values here. So I did check the values of the stock market, and I was a little disappointed with the turnout. We once again had a lower turnout with the values, with the amount of votes. We actually only had 2 votes, and one of them was me. So I'm going to take advantage of that as much as I can until people start voting accordingly. But my sister is actually going to be jumping into the stock market competition. The reason being that the previous stream that we did was actually it was a cover of the song, the Stable Song, by Gregory Alan Isakov. It's a beautiful song, and it's something me and her have been working on for a couple months now, just trying to figure out when we could come on and stream it. But now that I'm home and she's also home from college, we were able to do that. So I'll put a link up in the corner to that if you're watching this not live. If you're watching it live, it should be either uploaded or in the process of it, but you should still be able to view it. Um, so I'm hoping there was a little bit of static in the last stream, but I'm hoping that I fixed that. Let me know if there is any static, and I can jiggle the mic a bit and see if that helps any. But I think the problem was that the mic was, I was trying to have it out of camera, so it was facing us, but that meant it was horizontal, and it seems to do better when it's more vertical. So that's what we're working with right now. But I'm not going to dilly-dally too much. We're going to go straight into the stock market. So I'm going to get my random number generator up. If you don't know how this works, I'm not going to go through the explanation again, but you can go to the previous stock market, or actually the first stock market update. I'll put a link to it in the corner. It'll pop out. And but basically, what's going on is this is a fan. Uh, it's a audience controlled stock market, so it's controlled by the votes of the audience, but there is a random factor coming in, so that's what I'm setting up here. We're gonna grab it 1 through 50, and so you can see it is there. Sorry, it's a little choppy, but I hit the plus sign. Okay, let's go. All right, and it is 6. Ooh boy. So let's see, we're gonna type in 6, not there. Type in 6, hit enter. So, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a pretty good day in the market. So, like I said, there were only 2 votes, which means this is going to be a very skewed edition. But red received a 0% of the vote. Yellow received 50% of the vote. Green received 0% of the vote. And blue, our champion, received 50% of the vote. So, we can see that yellow has once again risen above the 100 mark that it started at, and blue has almost made a full recovery. So, if we go look at the leaderboards, me and Megan have skyrocketed. Even Steven has once again risen above Boring Boris. And so we have some interesting things going on here. And so now what I'm going to do is we're going to finalize this. So we're going to hit new market and then zero this guy out. And so these are our values we're working with. And so this is what my sister will be buying in with. She notified me what percentages she wants to buy of each. So I'm going to say Kate, and we're gonna write. Um, so she's starting out with 100,000 Jonos, and just like everyone else. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I'm sorry. This should be like that, and then this guy's gonna be. Um, I'm sorry. No, this should be like this, and then 100,000. There we go. So if this messes up any, then I will fix it. Um, but what we can do is, so she wants to spend most of her money, much like how I did, but she gave me some percentages. So she wants to spend. I'm gonna prioritize towards the ones she wants to spend more on, just to get the percentages more. So she wants to spend half of her money on green. So we're gonna see how much she can get with that. So we're gonna say 50,000 divided by 149 is 335.57. So we're gonna round that up to 336. She's gonna get 336. 336 times 149 is going to be 50,064. So that's going to be 64 less than 50,000. So we're gonna have uh, this is going to go down to 49,000 and 49,936, and that should even out. Yes, it does. So that's how much she has left. She then wants to spend half of that on blue. So we're going to take half of that. Or actually, she wanted to spend 25%. So we're gonna see what 20 with just 25,000. Or yeah. So 25,000 divided by the price of blue, which is 92. It's still pretty good. Not as good as a buy as when me and Megan bought in, but it's still the lowest valued stock right now. And with that big spike, it could potentially be a nice buy. So she is going to be getting 272 blue stock. So 272 blue, and we're going to have to subtract that times 92 is 25,024. So 49936 minus 25024 equals 24912. And that once again evens out. So we're still doing well with our math. And so she wanted to spend 15% on yellow. So we're going to say 15,000 divided by what is the price of yellow at the moment. It is 112. That's almost exactly 134. So she's going to get 134 yellow, and we're going to say 134 times 112 is 15,008. So we're going to say 24,912 minus 15,008 is 9,904. And so that evens out again. And now she wants to spend as much as she can that she has left on red. She said red was her least favorite color out of the four. So we are going to see the value is 115. So we're going to divide 9,904 by 115, and that means she can get 86 red stock. So that is 86, and that will leave her with how many Jonos? times 115. That is 9,890 that were spent. So 9904 minus that number equals 14 Jonos remaining. And that should even out. So now that we have all this organized, I did adjust the way that it is formatted so that I should be able to sort this from largest to smallest. So now we can see that due to um, the significant amount of stock bought in blue, Megan has uh, brought up the largest increase. Now I am debating whether I should sell some blue and perhaps uh, spread out my portfolio a bit more. Um, I know blue could definitely rise more, but it could definitely go down again. And the market is doing pretty well right now. We can see that from even Steven being above 100,000. So as an average, the market is doing well, which means that I would definitely be getting a profit by selling now. Um, I think what I might do is I, I think I'm gonna sell that one yellow. So that yellow was 112, and so we're gonna go 0, 112 plus 117, or plus 17 is 129, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that should go back up to the number it was over in the assets department. Um, and so I made a profit on that yellow, but I think I've taken some losses on green and red. I think that now that green has dropped a little bit, um, I may want to buy in a little bit on green, but I'm worried it's the highest priced one right now. It is my favorite color out of the four. So I think that what I'm gonna do is also I added in this tab so we can see some of the historic values. So I can actually do that right now. I can put in week 4 and then we can add in our values just to see the trends before I decide if I'm going to purchase or sell any more. Um, 149, and I believe blue is 92. And if we update that, we can see that now it is um, showing some interesting trends. It seems like everything's kind of coming back towards the middle, but if you looked at a trend line going through there, then the general trend is that the market has gone up. Um, and I really like this feature. I'm hoping that by the end of season 1, whenever that is, it should look pretty interesting. But um, so we can see that red and yellow are all coming pretty close to each other, and blue is making a bounce back. As I somewhat expected, blue's a pretty likable color. Um, but I don't know. I bought here, and I would be selling here. That's a pretty big rise. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell half of my blues and just hold out with that money. Because like I said, the market is pretty high right now. So I don't know if I want to buy in on anything while it's up there. Um, so 92 times 500 is what I'm adding to. So we're going to go 500. And we're going to go 92 times 500. That is 46,000. So if I say plus 129, we're going to go 46129, and I'm back up to the same assets that I started with. So at the moment, Megan is winning the stock market, but it is a relatively volatile market, so we'll see how that goes. Um, I'm not planning on having this stream go very long, so assuming there's no questions in the chat, that's actually the lighting right now is the second screen. I just have the TV here in the living room set up as my second monitor, and it's pretty uh, good at lighting from the front. Um, but I think that's what I'm gonna be doing. So um, I'm debating doing a Christmas themed cover on Christmas Eve, which would be Saturday. If I don't organize that, then I'm just gonna take a break for the holiday. But you can check out on Facebook, or I will try to be better about scheduling when that will be on YouTube so that if you're subscribed, then it'll pop up in your subscription feed and let you know that a stream is going to happen sometime in the future. So um, that's all the update I need to say for today. I hope you like the new updates I've made to the Excel sheet. They make them a little bit more convenient, but my dog is moving the mic around, so I'm hoping that's not making too much noise. I'm going to wrap things up. It's getting a little bit long here, so I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have been, don't forget to go up in the corner and vote. That's pretty important. It's how this thing keeps going, and we need people to vote um, in order for this to be fun. Because if the stock market is just controlled by my vote, then I'm gonna win, or my girlfriend will win, or something like that. But let's see how this goes. I'm excited, and I want to thank you guys for watching. I might see you on Saturday, but in the meantime, Merry Christmas.